Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great honor to send this message to the meeting of German member communities of Mayors for Peace in Hannover. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude for Lord Mayor Weil for organizing this meeting. We are indeed living in extraordinary times. What seemed impossible 2 years ago when I recorded a similar message to you and still seemed like a long shot last year when I was with you in Berlin is now becoming probable. Allow me to quickly trace in highlights the evolution that has occurred just this year. In January, former German leaders, a chancellor, president, and 2 federal ministers spoke out jointly for a nuclear weapon-free world. In April, President Obama in Prague called for a global 21st century velvet revolution to free the world from the nuclear threat, equating this with a 20th century end to communism. In May, the final preparatory committee for the 2010 NPT Review Conference reached consensus on an agenda for next year's review conference for the first time in 15 years. On June 25th, the UN Secretary-General launched a 100-day countdown to the International Day of Peace, the theme, WMD, We Must Disarm. In August, the Conference on Disarmament reached a consensus on its program of work for the first time in 10 years. In September, the UN Secretary-General presented his 5-point proposal for achieving a nuclear weapon-free world to the 62nd Annual DPI NGO Conference. Theme of the conference, for peace and development, disarm now. In October, former French leaders, 2 prime ministers, a defense minister, and a general, spoke out jointly for a nuclear weapon-free world. Also in October, in just one example for the UN General Assembly, the Japanese resolution, previously opposed by the United States, gained U.S. sponsorship. Its title, Renewed Determination Toward a Nuclear Weapon-Free World. In November, a right-center German government took a stronger disarmament stand than the previous left-center government. The topic, a non-nuclear armed NATO. It is very clear that there is new momentum in this field. Our task is to ensure that it continues to build and is sustained until every last nuclear weapon is dismantled. Mayors for Peace has been a driving force behind this new momentum, but as with any accelerating phenomenon, we have to run faster just to keep up. This is precisely what we intend to do, and I know I can count on you to keep pace or even set the pace. The main way we are going to sustain the momentum is through an absolutely unprecedented surge in membership. When we took this decision at the August Nagasaki General Conference, we had 3,000 members. The goal is 5,000 by May. We are gathering steam. In October, 94 cities joined, and thus nearly doubled the number of previous months. But to reach our goal, we'll have to keep building up that rate until we bring in some 500 new cities in April, more than our average yearly rate since the 2020 Vision campaign began 6 years ago. Because Germany has seen its share of destruction, our cities are not targets. Membership drive should be an inspiration. Please use this meeting to set an ambitious but realizable goal for German membership by May 2010. Of course, we would welcome new members from other countries as well. I'm sure you have sister cities and other cities with which you have regular contact. Please get in touch with them to broaden our network. We will do everything we possibly can to support you in reaching your goal. We have another very ambitious international goal for 2010. Of all the wonderful developments of the past 13 months, only the action of the UN Secretary-General in promoting his 5-point proposal directly address the essential objective of negotiations on establishing a nuclear weapon-free world. Nonetheless, we are determined to see such negotiations launched in 2010. So once again, we have our work cut out for us. It will be an uphill battle to get the NPT Review Conference to actually launch negotiations, and even if we make the headway we hope for in New York, there will be an urgent need for follow-through. So at our General Conference last August, we agreed to convene a groundbreaking conference in Hiroshima next August in conjunction with the 65th anniversary commemorations. This conference will be groundbreaking because we mayors, with the assistance of parliamentarians, will invite non-governmental and governmental representatives to sit down together to develop and adopt a follow-through strategy, including, of course, a plan for launching negotiations in 2010 for a nuclear weapon-free world. Can we succeed? We can only find out by trying. Let us all do our best to ensure an extraordinary gathering in August in Hiroshima. When a mayor sees on television the smoke of an explosion billowing above an apartment building, he or she can only feel anger and revulsion. What makes anyone think they have the right to inflict such violence on regular citizens? If we fail to reject these billowing clouds of smoke, how long will it be before they become radioactive mushroom clouds? In our Nagasaki appeal, Mayors for Peace drew a line against any use of explosive force in populated areas. In both Japan and Germany, we know the danger is real. Let's work together to protect our cities and our citizens. One last request I'd like to make addresses a new way of reaching more people to support our work. Hiroshima and Nagasaki have established a committee to study the feasibility of bidding for the 2020 Olympic Games. Since we are determined to make the world free from nuclear weapons by 2020, the Olympic Games would be an ideal way to commemorate that occasion. We are receiving passionate support from fellow mayors, governors, sports fans, and diverse groups of people in Japan. They are also becoming strong supporters of our 2020 Vision campaign. Please support our effort, and you will find out that the key word, the 2020 Olympic Games, would send our message instantly to those who might not have had much interest in nuclear disarmament. You have important work to do today, so I will finish here and let you get to it. I look forward to the report on your meeting, as well as I look forward to seeing you in New York and in Hiroshima next year. Thank you very much.